Welcome back, MTG Joe here. Today we are going to jump into some Explorer action. We're going to actually try an event. I want to try out a new deck, and because I'm close to the top 1200, battling out this month, don't want to kind of brew or kind of play new on decks I'm not as familiar with this close to the season, but also want to kind of showcase the event structure, try to win some more of the play points. The events are higher stakes now. You get play-in points for like this weekend's qualifier or like the last couple of days of play-in tournaments. If you're interested in how this play point system works, how to qualify for Mythic Championships, I did a video explaining all that. But today we are going to jump into Coco Angels, green-white, basically mono-white splash green for Collected Company Angels. This list, for the most part, came from Untapped GG. It's got a 65% win rate right now in Diamond to Mythic rank. I made a couple minor tweaks. There was a basic forest. Didn't need that many sources of green. They were playing 18 sources of green for Collected Company, which I think is too much. I also trimmed one Sun Petal Grove, added a Plains and a Amiria's Call. I also cut one Inspiring Overseer for a second Elspeth. That gives us 31 creatures and just some resiliency against heavy removal decks. And interesting, what I want to try with this one here, usually you see Skyclave Apparition in these decks. This one's just like, we are doing Angels, we are doing Life Gain, and we are just unrelenting with that approach. So the Inspiring Overseer seeing Spot instead, gains your life, draws you a card, and is an Angel. This version is also playing the full 8 1-drops, so Life Gain Dork, when creatures enter the battlefield in your control, you gain a life, as well as Speaker of the Heavens that can make Angels. The deck's really kind of built and kind of got a buff around Giada, Font of Hope. 2 mana, 2/2 Flying Vigilance. Can ramp you into Angels as well. And each Angel that comes into play enters with 1/1 counters equal to the number of Angels you already have, so kind of scalar way. And then you have like a Life Gain Matters theme, so Bishop of Wings gains 4 life when Angels come to play, also leaves you with Spirits if they die. Resplendent Angel, if you gain 5 or more life each turn, you get a 4/4 Angel. So the conjunction of like a curve Lunarch, Bishop into Resplendent gives you an Angel that same turn. Obviously, Righteous Valkyrie is another way to gain a lot of life in this deck. If you're at 27 or more life, you get Anthem effects, kind of all playing with that. Youthful Valkyrie also just kind of scales with more Angels coming into play. Coco hits your threats. Elspeth's just like another way to kind of Coco. The -3 can pull any of these creatures into play. And then the plus can also be relevant just to buff your team. The ultimate also makes Angels. And then just Amiria's Call in case we flood out. So I want to see, like, the thing I'm most interested in is the lack of removal going to hurt us? I was looking at some lists. Some are playing like 2 March of the Otherworldly, 2 Faithful Absence. Some are on Skyclave, some aren't. So these are little like cases that as we play with this, we want to see like, you know, is this card worth it really? Just because it's an Angel, we want to see how this plays in the deck overall. Kind of just like a weird thing I was looking at. This card's like a $10 uncommon in paper, and this card's $35 in paper. So the arena economy ain't great, but it's also not paying $10 commons. Like, this is more expensive than Expressive Iteration. That's a multi-format all-star, just because it came in like a supplemental pack, which is just odd to me, paying that much for a common. So we will play. Let's go. So you can go events here. Let's go to Explorer event, best of 1. Let's cash in our coins. So you need to get 5 wins to basically profit. 4 wins gets you pretty much close to it. 7 wins gets you play-in points. If you hit 20 play-in points, you get a free entry into the end of the month play-in. But we'll give this a shot, see how it plays out. We're entitled to 2 losses before getting kicked out, so ideally, I say just 7-0. We'll do this, power through in 20 minutes, get our play points, be done, but we'll see. We'll see how our Cocos are playing for us. Feel like we're going to either win majestically or just fail horribly, the way of the Angels. Kahira, so likely control. Opponent goes first. This hand's actually a little awkward, so I'm going to mulligan. Okay, this hand's better. I'm going to put Righteous away right now. So blue-white controls, probably a really bad matchup. Let me search for Scanta. Interesting. So we'll be interested to see if they have a 3 or 4 mana sweeper. I'm going to go Resplendent Angel next turn. So this will let me trigger an Angel. They get the counter there, that's fine. 2 of Scanta. So we need to be mindful. Okay, so that's likely Doomscar. So I want to place something out this turn. So at least I'm left with a 1/1. No! No! Fuck. I forgot this took me to 27. I missed the Angel. It's got to be your end step. We would have been left with 2. I'm gonna do this, because this makes it so they have to answer my board. And if not, then I could Coco. So we would have had an extra 3 damage here, which is notable. Also looks like they're on Doomscar, so that's a good sign. Good sign. Now they could have March of the Otherworldly. Don't think we care about Narset here. Because they're pretty much priced into casting this Doomscar. And then I could Coco. And if they don't... Got him. Okay, so we punted a little. Not making that Angel. We would have had lethal, but still got there. The fact, like, Doomscar over something like Supreme Verdict, obviously 4 versus 5 mana, but the fact that Doomscar oftentimes gets telegraphed, it allows us to play around. Normally, like, I'd consider maybe adding more to the board because I knew the Doomscar was there. I didn't run out the Righteous Valkyrie. Now, I could have pre-combated it, but it's a good lord to follow things up with. There's a couple ways, so got to be mindful of the speaker there. It's a sorcery speed, so you can't activate it at end step. Huggernaut. Sand is a keep. We go first. Depending if we flood, this might be a spell. Giada into Righteous is nice. This could be the Greasy. Too many Giadas. Mind you, we can upgrade our Giada later on. Okay, so we see Greasefang in the yard. No Parhelion yet. Could be a Fatal Push we're seeing here. Lightning Axe. Okay, so we could get comboed next turn. This is the downside of this particular build. So you have a Greasefang. Mind you, I might be able to gain enough life here. If I hit a land, I can do both of these. Gains me a lot. So I keep this one. Just gonna gain a life here. This matchup's gonna be rough. If we could have kept the giada alive, we might have been in a little bit better of a position. No, now they discard. They had a pretty good start. Stitcher to dispute to axe. Have all your pieces. And that's the downside with this deck. We're a very linear deck. That's not as quick as greasefang. Now we can out life game them. There is ways we can do that, but we either have to dilute our deck with stuff like Fateful Absence. March isn't that great because you need at least 4 mana, so it's not really something that we can hit on curve. We go first. I think we keep this. Hope we hit a land. Any untapped line's great. Cool. Because we have 2 giadas, I'm going to do this, because this also means next turn if they don't kill giada, I can overgrown farmland and then play out both. Ledger Shredder. This could be Esper Greasefang. It is. Are we going to get turn 3'd again? So we'll do this. Downside, now they get one more look at it. Interesting to see. Like, and it's pretty good with this Tormod's Crypt, because when you think about it, it's pretty low opportunity cost. It's a 0 mana spell, it triggers Shredder the turn you play it, and it also can just easily be discarded away. Do they have the turn 3? Damn it. We're not dead. We hit a land, we can Coco. Gonna take this block because it makes my other things bigger. Land. 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 Perfect. I think we do this now. In case they have a counter spell. Well, that was awful. One card away. We needed this Resplendent Angel. Okay, so we'll block here, block here. Don't think we're dead. They need a way to discard. Shredder. And Stitcher. Stitcher allow him to discard. Some more angels coming in. It's really silly that they left this deck in best of 1 and then banned Winota. Like, this is objectively harder to deal with. Winota has deck building limitations. Okay, so block, block, block. If I do that, that's 12. if I do that, so if I do this, that's 9, 13, 12. Yeah, so I have to block. So we do this. Do get 2 angels back. I need another collected company. The land would also be good, but it does let them get Parhelion back again, but it does gain us a bunch of life. I mean, you gotta try for it. A little unfortunate that that was the land we had to play. Our angels are starting to get larger. Interesting, they're playing 2 Takanumas. Like this next turn will also be a big play. Because like even Fatal Push doesn't do, like there's not one key threat. There we go, Tainted Indulgence. Because then if I can hit like an Elspeth, it's also really good. I think we just need to try to survive this turn. Shredders get bigger, but they don't have Fatal Push up. It could be playing March of the Otherworldly. And we're actually not going to kill the Parhelion on attack, because that puts it in their graveyard. We want to force them to spend spells to cycle it away. This is pretty impressive, all things considered. Okay, so they go all in. So we're going to do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. We're taking 12 here. So it makes sense to block with Giada. Saves me 4 damage. I gain... Let's do it like that. Getting Sorin out of there is really nice too. Speaker just giving us another way to gain life is nice. Basically will gain us 2 life. We don't want to do this because they can trade 1 for 2 right now. One off. So annoying. 1 life off. Would have had the Anthem, would have been in a really good spot. Getting Ledger Shredder off is pretty good. Now they have a way to... Third Ledger Shredder, but they've seen half their deck at this point. Just go double Shreddies. But at this point I can just eat Parhelion. Any creature is good for us. And I might actually trade one of my creatures because of the life gain. Because then I get to trigger that. I need just something into the battlefield. Perfect. We done yet, friend? Anthem. Almost dead, not quite dead. So if they want to multi-block here, I'm fine with it, but at this point we're just going to run away with it. Being able to create like multiple angels a turn. Alright, we avenged the other greasefang loss. So I think that's how we have to beat greasefang, is just... We could get bigger than their angels, so it makes it hard for them to attack in. We can also get the life gain, we just need to hope. Like that version there seems very all-in combo. Whereas the Rakdos version, we saw removal, we saw card advantage, and we saw, like, they'll have Fatal Push as well as the Lightning Axe. Shredder didn't work there, though. Jackalope. Keep this. Need one more land to really pop off. Hopefully this does its thing. I don't know if you noticed, we went with the Jace the Mind Sculptor, Sleeves, Avatar, make him think we're on control. Really need a land next turn. One land, preferably white. One white land, please and thank you. White land? White land? At this point, any land? It's gonna be one of those games. Really needed that. I think the hand was fine to keep. 23 lands, couple draws. Interesting decision there. Are you kidding me? Ha da 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 da. Shuffler, why you do this to me? Like, we're not out of it, but we're not in a great spot. Crowing War. Interesting decision. Thank you. Think we're still racing. Interesting to see the Chrome War here. Storm Predator, so they'll sack my thing here. That does allow them to eat the Righteous Valk. Perfect. So I do need to attack, so I'm going to main phase Coco here. And we are going to do both of these. You wanted me to attack, opponent. Deal with it. So they can block sack just to soak up some damage. They go to 1. They forgot to eat my Luminarch. Weird decision. We'll take it. Sure. You got Elspeth. You have a way of answering my board. I think we get rid of Elspeth here. It's not guaranteed we cast it. And Resplendent just does so much on this board. Cool. Could have Fatal Push, but... Cool. Bye, friend. These games are taking a while, even though that we're pretty linear. That game was actually pretty impressive because we missed a few lands. Opponent stole our stuff. Weird they stole our 1/1 instead of our Flying Angel that gets bigger. Especially if they had Immerstrom in hand. Like, that's basically steal your best threat and then kill it. Interesting as well. I probably would have taken the Righteous off Valkyrie if your intent was transforming. This hand is cool. I will play it. This will be an interesting matchup. We don't have huge life gain right now. Free attack here. It's a bit scary. We're gonna have to double shock. Reckless Rage. They do have ways to give trample, ways to give protection in this deck. I think we're just trying to get to this Coco. They are fairly land light in the deck. Homestead Courage. The fact that got Vigilance is annoying. So, gonna block with the Overseer here. Yeah, this matchup seems bad. They have Homestead, that'll give him 9. So I do need to block both. And the problem here is I can't shock in now. So the fact we had the shock lands as well. So I need an untapped land. Nope. We needed like double righteous, and even then it's a little tough. I needed to try to keep my dork around, my 1-drop. If Giada lived, we maybe were okay, just to get a little bit added toughness. Also would have let me block with the Giada. That's an iffy one. I don't think our line goes much different. Like, that hand you keep, 1-drop, 2-drop Giada. We kind of see with this Overseer, though, had that been Skyclave in that particular matchup would have made a difference. 1 toughness isn't a huge kind of competitive advantage. Or even if they just didn't have the anger. The fact that they were able to trample over. Because we could have just chumped, taken 4. And then even kind of hopefully Coco into some stuff. We could out life game them. We just have to find that opening. Okay, we're taking a chance. We need another white. But if Giada lives, it's also fine as that fixing. The other card I was thinking about was 4 mana Johnny. What you doing? What you doing? Hello? Where are you, opponent? This is why even like playing Bezeju has a cost. Stuck again. Don't have it for a turn. Don't have Reckless Rage. Ah, this card is scary. Okay, that's actually really good. Because I can go poke you. Comes in as a 4/4. So they have the anger. I think we take the damage this turn, and then next turn we block with the Speaker of Heavens. It's unlikely. We hit 27. That's actually good as well. Gets me closer to this Elspeth. It could give protection from white. So it's something to be mindful of. Land lets me kind of just enable this Resplendent Angel. Feather's fine. think this version's better without feather. You don't have to play as many lions. So we know they just have one card left. And they're inclined to play it to get the advantage out of feather. Not terrible. I think it's too risky. Fight as one. They get the connive. Get rid of the land. That lets them have a free attack in. Mind Strike draws them a card. Basically just need a land. If I can get a land, then we're okay. They're getting a lot of filtering right now. They are hitting lions, which is good. Weird that they went fight with one again on those instead of the Lumimancer. I think we're blocking with Luminarch here. No! Are you kidding me? Oh my god. The fact... Why? Why? You stupid sun petal. Would have been able to gain 5 life. And make a bunch of angels. So dumb. So dumb! There are 4 cards in hand. Fight with one gives a buff of 1. Again, I'd probably put it on the Lumimancers just to get them bigger. Hit land. Yeah, now we're dead. Doesn't matter in the end because they got God's Willing. So I think we want Skyclave Apparition. A lot of these matchups would have resided with us having the Skyclave. Just being able to kill those things. So not the best run, but kind of gives you a demo of the deck. I definitely would be playing Skyclave Apparition over those other angels. I don't know what they're called. What the hell is this? Ixalan had a lot of bad cards. Yeah. Over... like, this card's just not good. It just doesn't do enough of what you want. The Elspeths were fine, I think, all things considered. It might be right, even just given the density of lands. Drop the Emiria Call, play another plains. It's probably even just right getting rid of Boseiju maybe and playing a plains, keeping this. The green hurt us more than just not having double white. But play Skyclave Apparition instead of this. This card's not good. The fact, like, if we answered any of their threats that game, the untap there would have gained us 5. Then would have gained us... We would have got 2 angels. That gained us another 2 each. And then we would have had big enough blockers. They had 14 double strike at that point. So it would have been close. We probably were still dead, but I think just having Skyclave somewhere in there would be a good call. In any case, going to wrap this one up. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think of these events, if you prefer that over the latter, and we will catch you next time. Thanks for watching.